crew in here tonight. Hi, Jason, Dan, Craig. Everybody still here? How you doing, Jason? It was a beautiful day today. It's starting to change now. We're supposed to be about 8 o'clock, which is about right now. It's supposed to get kind of stormy and not let up till Saturday morning. I have functional histories. Thank you, sis. It's been a long journey, that is for sure. Roller coaster of emotions. Thanks, Craig. Still a lot to do to it yet, but I got to get work going too. Hi, Cam. Members video is uploading now. It's about 52% right now. I seen that. I just commented on it. That's what took me an extra minute to get in here tonight. I seen that popped up, so I wanted to watch it real quick. Yep, I'm right up the road from you. Hi, Kennedy. Well, he was supposed to be there at 8:15 this morning. And I'm sitting there waiting on him. About 20 after 8, the city of Sydney called me, the director, and she said that they had an emergency inspection this morning. He's going to be about 10 or 15 minutes late. I'm like, oh man. Okay. Well, about 5 minutes later, he showed up, and he walked in, looked around. He goes, "Man, this place is nice." He said, "You did a really good job on this." And I thanked him. He said, "Well, I really don't have any way of getting up on the roof to look." I said, "I got the lift sitting here. I'll run you right up." He said, "Nope, I don't see no water and the walls look great. Here you go." Yeah, I did. I think every neighborhood has a few of those. Thank you. Yeah, it was a roller coaster of emotions all day today. You'll see it in the members video tonight. Oh man, I left there. I went out, tried to get the crew cab loaded up. Everything I did fought me. I struggled. You're included, huh? Thank you. Yeah, it was. I had my ups and downs pretty much all day today. Everything I tried to do didn't really pan out real good, and I still got a lot done though. Now, for the next 2 weeks, we're supposed to have rain. Well, it's supposed to let up early Saturday morning and then start back up either Saturday night or Sunday. So I got 1 day window. I'm going to try to have my brake press moved on Saturday. That's going to be a job in itself. Try to get as much moved on Saturday as I can that can't fit in my enclosed trailer. Thank you. There's still a lot to do yet, though. I can get moved in and at least get back to work. I got to get some electric run for the air compressor and the welders and that kind of thing. But hopefully that don't take all that long. My main thing now is getting everything in the building so I can figure out where I want everything. I told you, man, just set an LS down in it. I've had a headache most of the day. I'll do that. Yep, I'll do that. I've actually got a few vehicles, but we got to get some sort of a package deal going. I plan on it. Uh, Probably won't be right away, but I do plan on getting that set up. Awesome. Thank you. I've had a lot of text messages after I got the vehicles in the showroom. I've been getting a lot of text messages on that. I even had a cop slow down and take a double take. Hi, George. Yep, yep. I that's one thing I like about being able to have more than one job going on. Like when I moved into the shop that I'm in now, well, the old shop, uh, I can physically have 2 or 3 vehicles at a time going on, and it worked out nice because, like, when supplies are on back order or whatever, I can go work on another one. Or when I get to a point where, okay, mentally I'm burnt out doing this, it's time to stop and do something else, I'll go to a different one. And it's worked out pretty good that way. It's just a little one. It's like 2 foot by 4 foot. It's a tracer torch, but I'm going to adapt the plasma to it. I would love to have a plasma cam, uh, or even an electric eye. Hi, backyard. How you been? I used to run tracer torches and plasma, electric eye torches, and I prefer the electric eye over the tracer, but this is what I got. Yep, it's inspected, and I started moving in today. They approved it. Now, with the rain tomorrow, I'm probably not going to be doing a whole lot of moving. Tomorrow morning, I got a couple providers coming in the morning, so I'll be in there pressure washing, trying to get the rest of that done. And I still haven't finished my taxes, so I gotta take some time tomorrow afternoon and get them done. I've only got 6 days left. But I plan Thursday to go straight out to the old shop and just start packing and stacking. I got the enclosed trailer so I can get it full, come back, unload it. That would be nice. Dad's got a programmable plasma. You just draw it up on the laptop and go. That'd be nice. I'd like to get to where I could make some emblems and stuff like that. I'd love to make a blue mule emblem. Hi, Patrick. I'm not real sure yet. I've got a couple people I'm talking with. Uh, just right now, I don't know what I can afford. I know moving in here is a little bit more expensive than the other place. Yes, they did. They signed off, and I started moving some of the vehicles in today. Hi, Rob. I've seen Rick drive by a couple times today. I'm shocked he didn't stop in. It is 8:17. Yep, it's celebration time. Yes, I figured he was running to get stuff. Poly primer. I don't know about that. The showroom is filled up with 3. I could get 4 in there and still have nice room to walk around, but I want to be able to get like the blue mules in there. I want to be able to get in it and back it out and go anytime I want. It is a big shop. Yeah, I've used it once. I used 1 gallon of it. For the cost difference, I wasn't impressed. Yeah, I think I've got 8 bays, and then the showroom, and then room for the paint booth. Evercoat 4-to-1 is my go-to. But just like any primers, you don't want to put it on too heavy. 1 good coat would be good. I generally do a good medium coat and then another medium coat and then let it cure for a day or so. If you get it too heavy, it will shrink. The 2 of the hoists work, which I'm ecstatic about. There's 1 center post hoist in there, like the one that I use where I'm at now. I just have not had the time to hook it up and test it, but I think it should probably work. Yep, I'll be bouncing around. Get my frame table in there. That's going to take up a good space. Yeah, I was tickled when that first hoist went up. And then I went back to pressure washing. And a little bit later, I thought, I got to check to see if that other one will work. And sure enough, it did. Both of them work really good. I've got to clean the pits out. I got to make me a shovel about 3 inches wide with a long handle and reach down in there and clean them out because they haven't been used. Oh man. Well, the dealership closed out in 95, so it was most likely before that the last time they was used. That's kind of the idea, but I'm not sure how much I'll be wanting to move the vehicles around. I'll probably just have a bay for all the fab and then go to another bay for the rest of it and then into the paint booth. Primer bay will probably be either in the middle of the shop or in the booth. Yep. Yeah, that's a good idea. Have the primer bay right outside the booth and use the same fan for that. Yep. Yeah, I counted like 8 bays that I could have vehicles in, and I did not count the center of the floor. Underground vent tubing. Nah. We'll stick to American made. Yeah, I do. Hi, Dan. Inspection went good. He signed off on it and took the tag off the door. That floor drain's getting filled in. It's dangerous. I've twisted my ankle. I couldn't tell you how many times on that stupid thing. I'm going to probably do a series of maybe 2, maybe 3 grates and tube it off, and it's getting filled in with concrete. I'm not going to have them ankle breakers. It gives a place for your bolts to fall into and sockets, and they don't set very good at all on the floor. So yeah, I'll get that taken care of. But I wanted to wait until I make some money for one thing. It depends. Sometimes I'll dry sand, but most times I'll wet. Most times it's wet sand. The nice thing is here I've got city water, so I don't have to worry about the well water. uh, yep, I have a hot water heater in there. Uh, it's brand new, but it was too much for the circuit, so it's unplugged right now. When my electrician comes in, I'm going to have him put another outlet just for it. Yep, got 2 bathrooms. One of them is handicap accessible. Hot water, first time ever in a shop. Yeah, I debated on one of those, but I've heard too many horror stories on them. Yeah, you and me both. You and me both. I got to get 2 skid loaders out of my way first. One's got a blown hydraulic cylinder on it. Got to get that taken off and get it repaired. And the other one I still need the carburetor for. Nope. Haven't even messed with it. Haven't had my electrician come back in yet. I kind of wanted to wait till after I got the approval to move in. I've got a few of them already in line. Uh, I've got the 72, which I've been working on. I got to get back on that. I've got the GTO. That's going to be a go as soon as I give him a call, let him know I'm up and running again. I've got a Scout, and I forget what the other one was he has. And then I've got, oh man, what is it, a 50 Chevy pickup truck? I think it's a 50. The guy's dad chopped the top on it many years ago. It's been a show truck for several years. And when his dad passed away, it got sold. He just bought the truck back, and he wants me to get rid of the chopped top and go back to stock. Yep. And a 31 two-door chop top to do. I'm trying my hardest to get Dad to let us do the Studebaker or Packard. That would be a fun one. Me and him started doing that. That car, it had to have been at least 18, 20 years ago. 15 to 20, somewhere in there. It's been sitting in his building ever since. It depends on a lot of variables. It depends on how much the customer has built up to keep going on it. And honestly, there's so much variables. The old one, that's a 26 Pontiac. Number 77 off the assembly line. It is the first year for Pontiac. Yeah, I thought about that. But in our little town, every sign that you have displayed is $35 fee, and then it's like, I forget how much. It's not much per square foot, but they charge you like $35 to have a sign, and then they charge you so much per foot of sign. Nope. 1926 Pontiac 6. Yeah. Yeah. It's a one-time fee. But once you got it up there, it's there. You can't change it. If you go to change it, say you change your logo or whatever, you got to do it all again. Now, believe me, AutoZone right here in Sydney put a help wanted sign in their front window. And they got fined because they didn't get a permit. Generally, I was doing them 3 to 4 months at a time on each vehicle. But that's paint and body, all the fabrication, that stuff. That's no electronics, engine, interior, none of that. Yep. Any signage. Now, when I had help in there, we was doing a month and a half, 2 months, depending on the vehicle. I tried to. I tried to get them in and get them out. Now, I've got some that's been there for a long time, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it all depends on the customer too. If they have all the funds up front, hey, they can go pretty quick. If they want to work with me on spread it out over 6-8 months, I don't like spreading them out that long, but I generally work with them on that as long as it don't set for a year. Or as one of them that I've got there, 4 years. Yep, the 56 Nomad. I can't remember how long that one took now. I think it was only like 6 weeks. No, no, if like on my trailer, they can't say nothing about that. It's tagged, it's commercial license and everything. My enclosed trailer, that's pretty much my sign. I do plan on doing a sign on the front of the building above the showroom, but I also want to get the building dressed up outside too. So I don't want to do it and then turn around and redo it either. So that might take me a minute to get signage up. Yep, that's what I do. It's been sitting there for about a week now. Well, it's not there now. I've got both trailers out at the old shop ready to load. Yeah, I don't like that picture at all. Hold on just a second, guys. There we go. All right. Members video is live. Exactly. I'm doing it now. When I'm not working on cars, I'm either working on something around the house or doing my live videos or premieres, and I don't get much time to do anything else. I was supposed to be doing taxes today, but I hate taxes. Taxes is a ripoff. Ah, Maxwell House all the way. Yep, Maxwell House all the way. I don't do none of those cold coffees or nothing like that. That's not coffee. Nope, cream and sugar. Thank you. Yeah, that weather's changing. Man, my allergies are kicking tonight. It got nice and warm this afternoon, then walked outside a little bit ago, and that temperature's already dropping. Eventually, I would like to do a ceiling out there, but doing a ceiling out there is going to take, I'm going to have to make some, I'm going to have to make some girders to go in between the roof joists, and I'm going to have to make them light enough that I'm not overstressing them. So I got to really look into that pretty hard. I don't want to overload where I shouldn't. Where the fuel oil furnace was, and they cut the chimney off. That area right there had a little bit of stuff. We got a roofer coming in to fix that. It's not bad. It's just want to make sure it's done, you know. Yep. And with all the heaters, it'll keep all the heat down low, which is good. It won't let, because that's what, another 12 foot up above the girders. So that's a lot of space that I don't need to heat. The whole inside of the shop eventually will be sheet metal, Lord willing. And all white, just like what the showroom is. I get conflicting comments on that. White's reflective, I know. But I do not like a dark shop. Exactly. Yep. I like my shop bright. Now the floor, eventually I'd like to coat it or paint it or something, mainly for moisture. Bare concrete, like on weather like this, it'll draw moisture. If you have paint on it as a barrier, it won't draw as bad. Yeah, drop ceilings, that's what was in the showroom before, and I got rid of every bit of it. Any bit of moisture and they look, yuck. They start falling apart. Generally, I have like a rough idea what the sandpapers and stuff like that's going to run. But most other supplies, I do it per vehicle. I don't buy a lot of stock in. As I need it, I'll buy it for a job. And then, of course, I buy my own stuff for my projects, and they're kept separate. That way it's not intermixed. Kept the T-bar. Oh. No, I got rid of all the T-bars, and that actually gained me about a foot of ceiling height. Looks good the way it is. I like it. And that would have been a lot of cutting on them pieces. That showroom is 48 foot by 23 foot. Nah, I'll move mine. I'm actually looking at getting a better one. I was hoping that guy would have showed up to buy the Kodiak, but he didn't. There's a few things that I'd like to get for the shop. One being a nice paint booth. Either build one or buy one or something, but I'm going to need to come up with some fundage for that real soon. Thank you. Yeah, most of the material, when we order it, we tell them what sizes we want, and as they run it, they cut it to length. Now, a lot of it, yes, you can't do that because, like in the showroom, how the roof is curved on the ends, you got to cut that, and you got to cut your outlet holes, and you still got cutting, but if you can get most of it to length, that's perfect. Honestly, I was thinking about something pretty cool for the showroom. And I think cruise nights, what is that, the third Saturday of the month? I think that place will be lit. Yep, I found 3 of them, and another one popped up today. I hit save, but I haven't read the ad on it. I like screw driven, but they run nonstop. Uh, the other ones are a lot cheaper too, so I just need to figure out how I'm gonna keep it quiet in the shop because I cannot stand to hear a compressor. And it never fails. When you're on the phone or you're talking with a customer, it kicks on. I've got to build walls around it or something without making it draw moisture, heat, anything like that. Well, I'm hoping to have an open house and have a food truck or something to that nature. The realtor that showed me the building, this is the 3rd property we bought through him. And he told me if we don't do a food truck, that he'd bring his barbecue and stuff and set that up. A silent box. Oh, I know. It's already there. 400 psi. Yeah, I don't need nothing that powerful. Yeah, I thought about doing that. I was just worried about being a small room like that, how much heat it would keep in the compressor. And doing that, as the air comes from that tank out into the storage tank out into the shop, how much condensation I would get. I don't even know. I think I'm running 180 pounds air pressure now. That seems to work pretty good. It must be spam week or something. Man, my phone's going nuts with all these buy this, buy that text messages. Yeah, I thought about putting it upstairs in the 3rd floor area. Thought about putting it up there and I plan on kind of walling that off the whole room so that'd kind of help it out and then plumb out of there into, I've got another 80-gallon tank that in this shop, it's hanging on the wall. Oh, okay. I'll tell you, I get so many messages. Okay, yeah, I see. I get so many messages through Facebook and text messages. Oh, I'll check that out, Jason. Yeah, I wonder why your name didn't show up, because I had you saved in there. All right, Thomas. Can't do that. Can't have a shed here. Yeah, can't have a shed. Now, is that new boots? Really? Yeah, that'd be something different. Go to answer your phone, it's your own phone number. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to afford new ones. Used ones are expensive enough. I'll definitely check it out. I never cross anything off until I look at it. Oh, and those high bay lights you sent are real comparable to the ones that I bought. That ain't good. I haven't even filed mine yet. I haven't even got them together yet. I started to the other day and something came up. And then today I come home about 5:30. I was going to do it tonight and I haven't slowed down long enough to do it. So tomorrow I'm going to go in and do some more pressure washing, a little more cleaning, getting it ready to move everything in. And tomorrow afternoon I've got to get them taken care of. I'm going to start them and just work until I'm done. If I'm not done by 8 p.m. though, I might not have a live because I have to have that done. I've only got 6 days left. And I still have to send it to Indiana to my accountant. Yeah, I was planning on going live after the inspection today for the members thing, but man, it was so hectic. I ran all over the place today. I bet I put 250 miles on that truck. Speaking of which, hey Rob, you want to scan that thing for me? Thinking I got a bad injector. I'm now getting 8.5 miles to the gallon out of it. I'll do that. Yeah, I'm going to be jumping off here in a couple minutes. I didn't even fire the pressure washer up today, and it's a good thing, man. My feet are so waterlogged from the weekend and Monday. And give my back a break on it too. Later, Craig. Ooh. 11,000. Yeah, I found a couple of them, 3,500, 4,000. There's one in Indiana Dave sent me this morning. Let me find it here. It's $1,700, but it's still assembled, and I'd have to take it apart. It's in Fort Wayne, so a little over an hour drive up there. They said it took them 5 hours to disassemble, and then another hour, hour and a half back. Yeah, that's a full day. And that's with 2 people. I'm one person. $1,700 is pretty decent priced. Well, guys, I think I'm going to jump off here. Call it a night. Have a good evening, Patrick. Guys, if I don't have a live tomorrow night, I will have another one Thursday night. I should be able to have all that done tomorrow evening. I'm hoping before 8 o'clock. So I might still be able to have a live. But if not, I can't stop in the middle of that, you know. So, well, guys, have a blessed evening, and I'll see you on the next one.